I'm gonna do something today that I rarely do, and that's take a look at X. I'm not actually doing any reaction videos to YouTube videos. I'm just reacting to X, and we're gonna take a look at all these freaks that were freaking out because they got fired for saying the most disgusting, vile things about Charlie Kirk and his family. But first, we got an update from Nux. The vile creature that unalived Charlie Kirk was confirmed to be a radicalized socialist, anti-fascist college student whose boyfriend was transgender, to the surprise of literally no one except the leftists. They're surprised about it. Nobody's talking about it. They're still trying to push the fact that he was MAGA-brained. The school system, the media, and the left-wing influencers all called Charlie Kirk a fascist. He wasn't. Instead, he wanted to unalive trans people. He didn't. The strategy was obviously dehumanizing of anyone that voted for Trump, or frankly dehumanization of anyone with basic biblical values. It worked. They killed an innocent man fighting for God and country. This evil success was so massive the mask slipped, and all these tolerant leftists would kill any of you, and millions of empaths would celebrate your death. Now the same demonic pundits and influencers are trying to both justify his death and also simultaneously blame someone else, be it Trump, Nick Fuentes, or the Jays. I can't actually say the word because I keep getting fucking demonetized every time I mention the Jays. Charlie's message grew a millionfold this week. This isn't political discourse. This is good versus evil. Yep. Oh boy, here we go. We got a crazy. Where's she from? Riverside Walter Reed Hospital in Virginia confirms that Miami anesthesiologist Tatiana Atkins has been fired.
I'm just really glad Charlie Kirk just got himself fucking shot, because he's right. Empathy is dangerous to society. So no one should give a fuck that he's dead. He said it. I'm just saying his words. All I'm doing is using his words. You can't be mad at me for using his words. I think empathy is a new wave thing and is very problematic. You right. No empathy for you. Zero.
Wow. Yeah. I keep hearing everybody talking about this. Right here. I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that it does a lot of damage, but it is very effective when it comes to politics. Sympathy, I prefer more than empathy. That's a separate topic for a different time. Yeah, sympathy is a lot better. Empathy makes no sense to me because you're like feeling what other people feel. How do you know what other people feel? How do you know they don't just have a mask up? Because people hide their feelings constantly. Well, is that suddenly just not a problem in society that people aren't hiding their feelings? They're just letting it all flow out? The real feelings? Yeah, and right here, this person, this based, he doesn't elaborate on why he prefers sympathy at all. In fact, he explicitly defers explaining it to a future conversation. I don't know where you got this version from, but like everyone else who has cited it, you have failed to provide a source, and his actual words say something else. Yes! I'm tired of seeing people lie about this shit. I love saying it because it really shows you who is who and who is what. I can't believe I got this from fucking Reddit. Breaking. Benjamin Fillo, a teacher at BPSRI, what is that, Rhode Island, has been placed on administrative leave after reportedly posting this disgusting video celebrating and mocking Charlie's murder.
I have about as much sympathy for Charlie Kirk right now as I do for all those farmers across the country who want socialist handouts from the government right now. This is a man who hated.
No, he wasn't.
The LGBTQ community.
Nope, that's a lie.
Who hated women's rights.
That's a lie.
Who hated democracy.
That's a lie.
Who thought that he was a big man because he went to college campuses and debated young college students and thought he proved how tough he was.
It seems like everybody was having fun, even the people who didn't like him. From what I saw, they were having fun, even when they were throwing stuff at him and flipping his hat off of his head.
With his words that he studied ahead of time.
Yeah.
What a piece of garbage.
Yeah, that's the point. He studied the words ahead of time. He knows what he's talking about. And he's trying to talk to people who don't know what they're talking about, who think they know what they're talking about, and trying to change their minds. This person's disgusting. Just like all the rest.
This is what happens. I'm curious if we're going to want to take guns away now from who will inevitably be the white man who shot and killed him. Bye, Charlie.
Wow. Well, good riddance to that guy. Once again, I'm going to click this video and show it to you just because I think this is very important. Hassan Piker needs to be banned on all platforms.
Sick and tired of it. Left-wingers, liberals, you need to be fucking showing your opponent's guts on there, okay? You need to be gutting them. You need to be shanking these motherfuckers and letting their intestines just ride on stage.
By the way, I posted a short of this. Guess what? Got demonetized. It didn't get taken down. They still pushed it to some people, but it didn't make any money. So yeah, like Hassan Piker's words do not fly on YouTube.
Slice them up.
It's gonna get worse.
Slice them and fucking dice them. What the fuck is this? Letting their intestines just ride on stage.
But he was really just using it as a metaphor of words. Use your words. Slice them up with your words. Murder them with your words. Spill their blood in the streets with your words. That's what he means.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. Murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
In Minecraft. In a video game.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. Kill Rick Scott.
But I'm gonna kill you with my AR-15. Like that's the type of messages they were leaving in this dude's office.
Yeah, get him off all the platforms.
He's resigning.
I'm sick of seeing shit like this. I'm sick of nothing being done about people like this. They gotta go. Something's gotta be done. At this point, Twitch is a terrorist supporting platform.
You actually wrote about this, and it was a great video where you talked about, you know, someone has to do it. See, when I say that, everyone knows exactly what I mean.
Exactly. That's the problem.
That there is a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, and
untapped potential.
Untapped revolution.
Untapped potential for what? Revolutionary potential? What does that mean, Hassan Piker? How do revolutions usually happen? Is it murdering each other in the streets, I wonder?
Revolutionary potential, as a matter of fact.
Not a gamer himself, Clancy mostly watches musicians or talk shows on Twitch. He particularly enjoys leftist political commentator Hassan Piker, who has 2.5 million followers on the platform. I like the frankness and the bluntness, Clancy said. He's comfortable saying what he believes.
Yeah, he is. He's comfortable saying what he believes, and apparently Dan Clancy is on board with it. That's what I'm talking about, man. Terrorist supporting platform. I think they're taking funny money from the Middle East.
See, when I say that, everyone knows exactly what I mean.
Yep. Ban that motherfucker. Oh, here we go. James O'Keefe, OMG Media. Caught somebody on camera. Sean C. Kelly, Section Chief, USERA Program Office. I don't know. FEMA.
Have you spoken to anybody about the great Charlie Kirk assassination? It's also like, it's tough not to laugh at this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, he's a lunatic and like awful and kind of deserves it in his own way.
So how does FEMA feel about Charlie Kirk getting shot?
Everybody's kind of laugh. I don't know. I mean, the people that are in charge of this place are like dipshits. Now,
Fox News reported that FEMA has put an official on leave from their department who stated on...
Well, I mean, he said at least what we all knew, that they're all a bunch of freaks and dipshits.
...online that Charlie Kirk was a racist, homophobic misogynist. Now, O'Keefe Media has a new expose on another FEMA official and what he says.
Dude, this is gonna get so much worse. So many of these people are gonna get caught.
About Charlie Kirk shocks the conscience.
I mean, listen, Charlie Kirk getting shot is crazy. Did you know who that was beforehand? The Charlie Kirk guy that just he's a nut. He's awful.
On the night of Charlie Kirk's death, one of our journalists met with a section chief within FEMA named Sean C. Kelly for dinner in D.C. Sean...
I love how he calls Charlie Kirk a nut, and he's celebrating the death of him and laughing about it.
Kelly works in USERA. There's a lot of acronyms in the federal government. That's the Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act section of FEMA. We didn't know that existed. In that section, they protect military reserve personnel to make sure they're taken care of.
Nobody knows that these organizations exist until they start talking about them. And then usually the people on a certain side, whenever you go after these organizations and try and shut them down and find wrongdoing within them, they're like, no, actually, we need these. They provide so much funding for things. Do you want children to die? Is that what you want?
During deployment for FEMA. In the first couple minutes of that meeting, the FEMA section chief started to indulge immediately about the murder of Kirk and said into the hidden camera that Charlie, quote, deserves it in his own way. And it's, quote, tough not to laugh at this stuff.
Have you spoken to anybody about the great Charlie Kirk assassination?
No, just my friends.
I mean, it's tough not to laugh at this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, not.
It is really tough for me not to laugh at this stuff. For me not to laugh at people like Sean C. Kelly, who are just gonna have their life destroyed because they're sick freaks.
It's political violence is not fun. Don't get me wrong, but like, just like how fucking, like, what he's a lunatic and like awful and kind of deserves it in his own way.
He's a lunatic and deserves it. This guy's cheering for it. Who's the lunatic here?
If you disagree, that's
all projection, all the time,
great
always.
Meme. What's not to love? Yeah, I am become meme. All that sort of shit.
The official at FEMA was asked how the entire FEMA department felt about Charlie Kirk, and he stated
we already
in his
knew.
own words, quote,
it's just really good to see confirmation, you know?
Everybody's kind of laughing.
So how does FEMA feel about Charlie Kirk getting shot?
Everybody's kind of laugh. I don't know. I mean, the people that are in charge of this place are like dipshits. Now, I don't know how like the actual like leadership feels, but the rank and file are, I don't know, not concerned. I don't know. It's very strange. I don't know. There's not like a ton of. I don't think there's like a ton of empathy for the guy.
When the meeting.
Dude, they always say empathy. They always say empathy. Empathy is not real, and they're really showing us that it's not real, because you can't understand how somebody feels, and you can't feel what they feel. Obviously, from all the people cheering on Charlie Kirk, they have no empathy, because it's not fucking real.
Meeting was over, Mr. Kelly from FEMA didn't stop. He was continuing to send pro-assassination memes of Kirk to our journalist on text messages that you can see here. During the ending of this meeting, we also learned the section chief anonymously signed an opposition letter against the Trump administration. You may remember this letter from last month, where FEMA employees signed a letter opposing the current admin. In this letter, you see there are named FEMA employees and anonymous FEMA messages. Our subject happened to be one of those anonymously listed employees.
So they're trying to get away with FEMA. Is there like any way to stop them or
from getting rid of FEMA?
Yeah.
To resist.
Or to resist like
a
Trump
couple.
Administration.
Yeah, we're trying. I don't know. My buddy actually just got put on.
Fuck it. Shut him down. I don't care. We can deal with our own fucking problems. I think we'd be better off if we weren't trying to wait on FEMA to rescue us anyway. We're from the government and we're here to help. Go fuck yourself. We can do it ourselves. We don't need you. You don't help fucking anyway. I saw firsthand multiple times, because I lived in a disaster zone. Northeast Arkansas, a disaster zone where FEMA every fucking time would intervene and get in the way of people who were actually trying to help. Like by blocking roads, by not allowing people to go through the woods if they need a way around a disaster area, even though they're perfectly capable of it. No, we can't let you do that. You might get hurt. You might get hurt. We're trying to rescue people here.
Because there was an open letter that I signed, but I did it anonymously, that went to like the New York Times about the lack of preparedness, getting rid of any sort of like all the normal run-of-the-mill shit about like getting rid of DEI, which is not a solution in and of itself, but it's still like critical, getting rid of resilience programs.
Fuck them.
And he got put on admin leave.
So everything that this guy says Everything that comes out of his mouth, shut them all down.
He signed it publicly.
Wait, you
Go
signed
ahead.
the letter, but
I signed the letter, but I signed it like anonymously.
Anonymously.
It's one of the, yeah, because
But he signed it publicly.
he signed it publicly. Yeah.
Hello?
Hey there, this is Raider, journalist
Oh, no.
with O'Keefe Media Group.
It's
I have you on
crazy,
hidden
dude.
camera talking about the death of Charlie Kirk. You were saying it's tough not to laugh at this stuff. You're also saying everyone's kind of laughing at FEMA about the murder of Charlie Kirk. I wanted to get your comment on your quotes.
I'm unfamiliar with this, but have a good day.
Oh, well, the video will be coming.
Our tip lines are open, our signal lines, our DMs are open. We understand this is an extraordinarily difficult time for all of us here at OMG.
Dude, you should have talked to him and clarified and backtracked a little bit. The fact that you were like, oh, I don't know, and then hung up because you do know you got, bro, that makes it so much fucking worse. These people are retarded, dude. They can't be helped. Fuck.
And all of you out there, we are absolutely devastated and heartbroken, and we're trying to keep it together, and we intend to continue our journalism, and I intend to keep being on the front lines of this battle between good and evil. Contact us at Signal at 914-491-9395. That's 914
Yeah, do that.
491
I have it saved.
9395. DM us or send us an email, tips@o'keefemediagroup.com. We are going to expose evil. Stay tuned.
All right. Exposing evil. Love it. Love it. And anybody who's captured by evil, but is not quite evil themselves, like full-on demonic evil, we're going to try and get them back over to our side. But there's just so many lost souls that are just not coming back, and it's so sad. You got somebody else who got fired.
Finally! Charlie Kirk got shot and he's dead! Finally, somebody with a gun, which is almost everybody in the fucking States, grew a pair and fucking went and shot somebody on the right side. Thank you. Can we keep this up, please? Charlie Kirk got shot and he's dead!
What a freak. She worked for Legal Aid BC, British Columbia, a government-funded institution which provides free legal advice to those who can't afford it. Yep, don't need her. She's a fucking freak. What was this? Phoenix sports writer Gerald Burgett has been fired for his comments about Charlie Kirk. Good. Get him out. Breaking! U.S. Air Force launches investigation of Senior Master Sergeant Adam Antonioli. I don't know. Sure. Who slammed people that mourn Charlie Kirk's death as pathetic, displayed anti-Trump rhetoric, and hung his American flag upside down. Time for a swift firing. Get rid of him. Any updates on this? This guy says, just created a spreadsheet of people who've said vile things about Charlie Kirk's assassination. So far, teachers and professors are by far the most represented. I wonder what... It's not real teachers and professors. It's the people who got into the schools and the colleges and pushed the regular people out, and then all you got left is freaks. That's what happened here. I know so many teachers, personally, because I lived in a small town. And dude, half of them quit. They didn't even retire. They quit. And just went and worked somewhere else, because it wasn't worth it. Breaking! The Secret Service agent who publicly said Charlie Kirk deserved to be killed has officially been placed on leave. Expected to be imminently fired, per DHS. Fuck around, find out. Enjoy unemployment. Loser. I don't even want these people working at McDonald's. I don't want them even putting the fries in my bag. Where should they be working, you think? I think they need to be stamping license plates. Shit like that. Breaking! Assistant Dean of Students at MTSU has been fired effective immediately following vile comments celebrating Charlie's death. Good. Get him out. Love to see it. Got any more freakouts? I'm wanting some freakouts. What's this guy?
Hi, my name is Quinn Pratt, and I like going around on the internet finding people making fun of Charlie Kirk's death, and I go and report them to their employers so they get fired.
That's fucking
and
awesome.
We got 5 more. We have sent out over 300 emails to employers, and we have gotten now 15 confirmed fires. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Gabrielle from Illinois, you're fired. Lincoln from Utah, you're fired. Amanda, another Amanda from Wyoming, You've been.
I love how this is working. Like, the companies are buckling, and they're actually firing these people. Probably because they fired right-wing people over fucking nothing. Over just, like, simple disagreements. And then they're not going to fire the freaks that are calling for violence and cheering for violence? No, they have to. They have backed themselves into a corner. If they wouldn't have done all that to the right-wing people, I don't think that they would have... If they wouldn't have buckled to the right on this, I don't think anybody would have even cared, really. Everybody would have been like, well, that's just like the corporations to be like that. But no, they can't survive this because of what they did to the Republicans. And this is much worse coming from the left. Love to see it.
Been terminated. Suck it. Shasta from Washington State. Your ass is fired. And Curtis, again from Texas. What the hell, Texans? What the fuck? Curtis from Texas, you've also been terminated. You're welcome. Now, truth being told, I've probably lost about 50,000 followers throughout all social medias while I'm doing this.
Let's go.
But I would rather
I've gained followers.
Have every single one of my accounts hit 0 before I give in to these people. So if you want to try and affect me or affect my income by unfollowing me, I don't care. I would much rather go back to a 9-to-5 job than let this kind of shit slide. And I know for a fact that over half of this country agrees with what I'm doing. So hopefully they start finding me pretty soon. So go ahead and do your whole mass unfollowing and everything like that, because again, I would rather see all my accounts hit 0 than letting you guys try and bully me into not doing this anymore. And if you agree with what I'm doing, please hit that follow button. Counteract their mass unfollowing of me.
Yep. This guy?
Hi, my name is Quinn Pratt, and I like going around on the internet finding people making fun of Charlie Kirk's death, and I...
Yeah. Let's check this out. I already know about this situation.
So, we came in for an order earlier to print a poster for a vigil tonight.
Yeah, so
for somebody that passed. It's not
it's propaganda. I'm sorry. We don't put that here.
All right.
It's propaganda, she says.
What's your name?
I'm Phil. I'm print supervisor.
I'm one of the managers.
Yes.
So, unfortunately,
So if they say they don't print...
I bet I could go in there with a picture of Hassan Piker's face and it says based, and they'd be perfectly fine with me printing that out.
Political propaganda. So this is somebody that passed away a couple years
That's
ago.
political propaganda, unfortunately. I'm
So
sorry.
this is for a prayer tonight, for a prayer vigil?
It's still propaganda, unfortunately.
What makes it propaganda?
Because he's a political figure, and I don't have to. Yeah.
Our general manager is going to be in on Monday. If you
No,
want
it's
to speak
totally
further
okay.
on
No,
the
we
subject,
The general manager is going to be on Monday. You could take it up with the general manager. I'm sure they could help you out or tell you exactly what you want to know.
welcome to return. Thank you.
But guess what? Guess what? Office Depot made an update. We are deeply concerned by the incident that occurred at store 3382 in Portage, Michigan. The behavior displayed, blah, 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 blah. Upon learning of the incident, we immediately reached out to the customer to address their concerns and seek to fulfill their order to their satisfaction. We also launched an immediate internal review, and as a result, the associate involved is no longer with the organization. Put the fries in a bag. Actually, nope. Put the paint on the license plate. I guess. We are committed to reinforcing training with all team members to ensure our standards of respect, integrity, and customer service are upheld at every location. Our customers and communities deserve nothing less. So true. Here's this dude talking about it.
So that employee from Office Depot has been fired. If you're unaware of what I'm talking about, here's a video to catch you up to speed real quick.
For somebody that passed?
Yep,
It's not
we just saw this.
Alright, so, what's your name?
So dumb, man. Like, why? Why are these people doing this? They're just ruining their lives.
So they say they don't print political propaganda. So this is somebody that passed away a couple years
That's
ago.
political propaganda, unfortunately.
So this is for a prayer tonight, for a prayer vigil?
It's still propaganda, unfortunately.
What makes it propaganda?
Because he's a political figure, and
I don't think it matters. What? You can't go in there and print a picture of Trump? The president of the United fucking States? Like, are you kidding me? Deserved.
We are deeply concerned by the incident that occurred at store 3382 in Portage.
Yeah, man.
The behavior displayed by our associate is completely
Well, he's gonna say the exact same thing that I just said. And look at that. Yes, Office Depot prints political flyers.
My TikTok done bit me in the ass because I just got let go from my job for my TikTok. I guess my boss saw the TikTok, so I'm on my way
I guess
home
so.
right now. So
Yep.
I guess.
Good. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here's one.
No, my daughter is about to go to college, and I don't know now how I'm going to pay for that. Did I realize?
Oh, you should have thought about that.
In that video was going.
Yeah, you should have thought about that. Let's see what Scott Adams
So
says.
there are numerous stories of teachers and people associated with schools of various types who are getting canceled, meaning fired, for saying horrible things about essentially being happy or saying it was justified that Charlie Kirk got assassinated. What do you think about that? That people are losing their jobs all over the
Good.
place. Well, let me
It
tell
took
you
long
the
enough.
thing that is most shocking about that.
That they haven't lost their jobs before, and it took us to this point.
The most shocking thing is that the people who spoke out that way believed they wouldn't get fired. I think
Yeah,
they were
that's
all
crazy.
surprised.
Yeah, by the way, these companies have policies about social media because social media makes people look bad, and it used to be a huge problem back in like 2015, 2016. People were getting fired over things that they were saying on social media. And it really pushed over into COVID. Holy shit, man. They've been doing it to us this whole fucking time, and now they're screaming and crying when it's happening to them.
Which means they've been living entirely within a bubble in which they thought other people would agree with that.
Yeah, they thought they were the normal ones. They thought that the entire country, except for a fringe group on the far right, agreed with them.
Are you kidding me? They thought they were in the bubble of reality where, let's say that Hitler was an American and he died. Would you feel bad about saying, thank God Hitler died? No, you wouldn't, because you would assume that almost every single person would agree with you. So it would be easy to
Right?
say.
And I wouldn't even say, oh, fuck, it's going to get me canceled. I wouldn't even say that about Hitler. I wouldn't feel bad about it. I mean, I would feel bad about it. Everybody else probably wouldn't, and I would, because I'd feel bad that I think that's just another person that's not gonna come to Christ. And I really want as many people as possible to come to Christ, even people that are on their way to death row. Come to Christ, and we can be brothers shoulder to shoulder in heaven, man.
Say that. These people are saying it in public for the world to see, as if that's what a normal person would think.
Right.
How hypnotized would you have to be?
Yeah, the people around them, they even probably got normal people around them, and they don't converse with them because they hate them. But they're the people around them, and they use them for things that they're very useful. So they keep them around, but they constantly bicker and fight with them and tell them they're wrong and stupid and evil. But then also hang around with them. But the people that they interact with online are like-minded on Blue Sky in the hug box. And that's how you get these freaks who are just like, oh, well, my dad, my brother, my uncle, they're all evil. They support Trump. I'm the normal one with my mohawk painted green, blue, and red and my septum piercing, and I'm 300 pounds and I'm growing a neck beard even though I'm a female and I haven't taken any kind of medication to transition me. This has just happened naturally because I'm a disgusting freak.
So, in my mind anyway, and I think I've said it online at least once, I think of these people as the hypnotized Hitlerians.
That's a good one.
Hypnotized Hitlerians. You could drop the hypnotized if you need to. But the Hitlerians are people who live in this little world where they think Hitler actually came to power in the United States because so many bad people on the left have been saying that. People who should know better. So I actually have some weird empathy for
Yeah, I don't
these
like empathy.
teachers getting fired for saying horrendous things about Charlie Kirk.
Because they're brain
because
dead?
They actually think they're in a different reality than they are. How do you
They've been
think they're in a
captured.
different reality?
It sucks.
Is it because you individually had some mental problem? Probably not. It's probably
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to be nice to these people, but also I'm laughing at them because they need to be humiliated because they're fucking evil. And if they want to have a conversation with me, I will try and turn them over to Christ in the best possible way. I'm not going to try and force it down their throats. I'm going to be super nice about it, how Charlie Kirk was nice about it. But right now is the time for laughing at these freaks because this needs to be put to a fucking end.
Really a predictable outcome of the rhetoric that we're seeing from the left. It's the most predictable outcome.
Yeah.
People would believe it as literal. All the Hitler stuff. Oh, it's literally as bad as Hitler. We better do something about it. So I would say the people getting canceled are in their own way, although, you know, our system is that you have to hold them responsible. I'm not saying they're not responsible. They are responsible, but they are also victims because they've been hypnotized to believe something hideous and going through life. Imagine them going through life thinking that they live in a world that had been taken over by some Hitler character. I don't even know what that would feel like, but it would certainly distort your opinions and actions.
Dude, yeah. I remember this. I follow this guy. I follow this guy on Rumble. I don't think I've even seen any of his content. I saw him on a show, and he said follow him on Rumble, and I did. I remember this. Here we go. We got another one. Well, it refreshed, and I fucking lost it. All right, X, you suck. This is why I barely use this website. Oh, look at this. Elon Musk has fired Tesla data analyst Beth Ayers after she mocked Charlie Kirk's death with a rest in piss post. Good. Dude, I don't know why the fuck this video is not working. Well, I guess that's where I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, this person was fired and is talking about, well, I guess I'm gonna do social media now, so follow me. I've got some social media videos coming. Ban these people. What the fuck are we even doing, man? Like, how are we allowing these people to even be online? Like, on TikTok. How are we allowing TikTok? How is Parler shut down over lies about January 6th? But we still got Twitch, Threads, Blue Sky, Reddit, able to just outright cheer for violence and call for violence. Fucking disgusting. I've had enough of it. I'm done being quiet about it. I've been done being quiet about it for a while. But I'm really fucking had it, man. And I think the rest of the internet has too. Rest of the world. I've had enough. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the bell for all notifications. I'll see you in the next one.